So somehow this week is practically finished, and last night I decided to do something that I didn't completely think through. Now, one of the things that I've struggled with as an author is, even though I know that the newsletter is so important and it's one of the most valuable pieces that I have as an author because it's that direct line to my readers, I hate sending out newsletters. It gets me incredibly stressed every single time, and I'm always wondering, oh my goodness, is this enough? Am I annoying them? Am I providing enough value? What am I going to do? And earlier this summer, I participated in a competition sort of thing, or I guess a contest where people would submit their email addresses and agree that, the authors would contact them, whether they won the prize or not, because, you enter your email to get a chance to win the big package, and then we get to use your emails, hey, and tell you about stories. And I kept stressing over and over about what am I going to offer, because that value is so important. Yes, I work so hard on all of these stories, but I'm asking for people's time, and time is one of the most valuable things that any of us have. So I was freaking out about that. I couldn't figure out what story should I offer? Should I give a free story? What should I do? And I was thinking, well, my open rate is so low right now. In fact, my click rate is also fairly low. And, compared to like averages for other authors, it's not really that bad, but it can always get better. And for whatever reason, I just acted on a little bit of inspiration, and I sent out my newsletter to that group that had just signed up through the competition, and I welcomed them, and I said, you may have any of my books except for the anthologies, because the anthologies I don't have access to, and it wouldn't be fair to the other authors. But you can have any of my stories. Send me a message telling me which story you'd like and what format, and if you have the time, tell me your favorite mythological creature, because I wanted to create some engagement. And you know what? I sent it off and I started getting engagement right away. Oh my goodness, my open rate shot through the roof because people were interested in picking out a story, any story that they wanted. In fact, right now I have, I think I'm at about a 20% click rate. I need to check though with ConvertKit to make sure, so I'm not sure what my open rate is, but that's so much better than what it usually has been. However, once I did that, I realized, oh, those things that I haven't gotten done yet that I need to get done, the updating of the back matter to include all of the most current links, the updating the formatting with Vellum rather than using the book designer, and getting the little images consistent in the headers. I haven't done that. I hadn't done it yet. And people wanted those stories. And you know what? I sat down and I got it done, and I got all of that done within about 3 hours, and I just spent the rest of the time. I was so glad I gave myself a clause in there that said, since I'm going to be sending these out personally and I want to make this as personal as possible, please give me at least 24 hours and let me know if you haven't received anything in 24 hours. And so far, no complaints, and I'm really happy. I got everything set up again. I fixed some of the things that had bothered me so much with my current formatting situation. I added in the logo and changed the publishing information, because Fearless Mongoose Creations is actually going to be the parent company for multiple smaller channels and publishing houses. Mine is the mine is the Enchanting Chimera Publishing. Sarah's is the, if I can say it right, Powder Blue Bunny Boo Illustrations. Elijah's is the Autistic Iguana. James's is the Nerdy Juggernaut Productions. And Samuel and Ruben are still working on theirs. But this is something that I've been working on for my whole family, because, I'm learning so much about marketing, and I'm so blessed to have a family that is incredibly skilled in various areas of art. And so this is getting set up. It's actually happening, and, it was terrifying. It has been an incredibly stressful past couple days. I can't go into a lot of what's made it so stressful, but it is part of life right now, and it's okay. What I'm really thankful for is, we are moving forward, and I'm curious to see what happens with it. Sending out the newsletter, because I realized I had so many other things that I hadn't completed, which hit me right at about that point of I sent it out, and and then they start coming in, and of course the first request is for one of the stories that absolutely had to be reformatted. But it also was really fascinating because I had planned originally on offering like a Mobi file, because that's usually what I've seen offered in a lot of the newsletters I subscribe to. But by making that open to, Mobi or an EPUB file, first of all, I had way more people requesting EPUB files and asking them, which of the stories do you want? If I had picked one, I'm not sure that I would have picked the right one, because so many people wanted different ones. In fact, my two popular ones, most popular ones, were Identity Revealed and The Mermaid Bride. They were separated by one vote, with Identity Revealed coming out on top, but then every story in my catalog has been requested at least once, and with the exception of Little Scapegoat, but that's a short story and it's available in Kindle Unlimited, so I would be kind of surprised if someone asked for that one. So anyway, it's been a great experiment. I am a little bit worn out, and I am looking forward to calling it a day. So far as writing goes, it's continuing fairly well. I did not get as much done today as I wanted to, only a few thousand words, and most of that new material is in other projects, because for the moment, Wilderness Untamed, I'm shifting toward making sure that the beginning is really prepped and ready to go, and I am abominably behind on updating the Story Bible. I also need to get moving on Ragnarok Unravels. I had everything set up, and then I realized I think I might have missed a very important strand, and I would really like to have the two books that follow a little bit more ready to go and a little more consolidated, because Ragnarok Undone, it is fully outlined, as is Ragnarok Untold, but I'm not quite sure that I buy how the mythologies are merging together, and I'm just hoping that they're good enough. So I have more than enough to think about with that, but of course I'll add on other things. So tomorrow, more writing and lots more work, even though it's a Friday. Why don't you tell me today, like, what are you planning on doing for this weekend? Even though it's Thursday, Thursday counts as the start of the weekend. So I'll talk to you all later. See you soon. Bye.